Hello and welcome to our report on the Tahlequah City Council meeting, brought to you by Century 21 Right Real Estate. I'm Cheryl Shepard. The Tahlequah City Council met in council chambers on July 6, 2010, and this is our report. First up, we have discussion and possible action on a request by Tahlequah Recycling, Inc. to provide private curbside recycling service on a city-wide basis. Dale Hutchins explains.
Our pilot program is going really well. You know, we've been accepted real well. We haven't had any complaints about the price that I know of. We've had to pass out a few oops tags. We're still in the education process, you know, trying to not pick up Mr. Dodd's trash. You know, and we're gonna, I think we're ready, well, I know we're ready to move on and expand and move on to the, we've had a lot of requests to expand. We already have a pretty good waiting list to expand. And
now your collection day has been what day?
Our collection day has been Saturday, and if we when we change over, our collection day will shift to the same day Mr. Dodd picks up any section of town. And the only concern that you voiced to me is the fact that people have talked to him about not wanting to pay their city bill if they pay ours, and we have sent out letters and we've put emails to all the ones we have, and we've put it on Facebook several times, and as plain English as we can, that this is in addition to, not in lieu of, the cities. So, and if we get the approval, then we will slowly take, what we have right now is 32-gallon containers, round ones. The real program will shift to 48, you know, wheeled toters, but they'll still be the same blue, and they'll still be stenciled with TRI, and we're going to put out a letter that says, put your container out the same day you put out the trash container, and we won't touch their container and they won't touch our container. So try to not to interfere with the city, and hopefully we can cut down some of his 1,677 tons. Hopefully we can divert that and we can all be better for it.
Mitchell, you foresee any issues?
I've really got a problem with it doing the same day we pick our trash service up, because it's going to create, well, we don't know till we try it for sure to see if it's going to work, but I've already had people setting out recyclable items now that thinks we're just picking up recyclable things, along with their, just set up beside their regular trash, which they've done that for ever.
Well, and I wonder if that's one of the problems that we're experiencing, if the company running behind the city crews, and is that your intention?
Well, I mean, we'll do it the same day, whether we're on the same street at the same time. You know, we may be ahead of them, we may be behind them.
Yeah.
But
on, like I said, the days of service. And really, if you've got, let's say you've got 500 customers total, you should be able to run that in a matter of a couple of days. You wouldn't really have to pick the same days as our service. You should be able to zip the whole town.
The only reason we did that was to try and eliminate confusion for the customers, because they don't know what, you know, they're not going to, they probably still don't know what day to put their trash out for you a lot of times. So
they don't.
So it'd really be really confusing. I mean, we'll do whatever the council recommends, but it just seemed to us it'd be easier on them to put it out the same day.
You know,
I'd like to try it that way. If we have a problem, then we'd be open for suggestion. I'd like to at least try it like that.
I think that's not unreasonable to go ahead and try it that way, and we'll look for feedback from
and if he has any problems or something, just contact us and we'll go back. If we have to, we'll go door to door and try to explain to them.
Well, you know, out of 10,000 people, you've got,
right,
50 of them that don't get it.
Yeah.
And that 50 of them is what makes it hard on all of us to
go back and
you got 900, almost 10,000 people that get it. It's easy to accept. But,
And I know right off the start, we won't have that many per day. We may only have 3 or 4 a day in one route. But we really have plans to, expand that. And if we could keep it on the same day, it'd be nice if we had a short day. We could do something else. But
like I said, right up front, I really don't agree with it, but we don't know until we try it to see how it's going to work.
And Mitchell, I presume you all have the reference number for Tahlequah Recycling Inc. handy and written all over the place down there.
It's not written on, but I got his last email. I've got the basics of it, and most of them I just refer back to. Get on the webpage, look at Tahlequah.
Before I leave, I can give you my personal cell phone number. If there's any problems, we're looking at August, sometime in August. We still haven't got the containers in, so,
You know, like I say, Bob and them run it in the paper, the big article had in Sunday's paper.
Yes.
You know, some people looked at, what was it, 2.95%.
yeah, boy,
That's nothing.
it is, it's nothing.
You know, I
But
can go
it's a
through
start.
here.
We have to start somewhere.
But what are you gonna do? My thing is, like in January of '09, all of our loose papers, it was right close to 11 tons. That was $0 that they picked up. We collected $0.
Well,
What are y'all gonna do when you can't get rid of your stuff? Let it keep piling up, or?
Well, you know, I don't mean to be rude, but that's our problem.
yeah.
You know, we'll find something, you know, we have a market for the paper.
But is, you know, how do we make sure it's going to the proper place and not coming back to the landfill?
You can always come and check our facility. You can always check our records. I mean,
That's my,
and I understand your concern. We're not gonna put it back in the garbage stream. We have a market. We actually have bidders for it already.
because on glass, for years, everybody knew what we done, fine, pulled the dumpster, because
Yeah.
there's no market for glass.
There is there is a market for clear glass. Actually, there's a price. It almost pays the gas to haul it there.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's strictly a PR. That's the only reason we're doing glass. It's good PR. You know, we have
Let me ask a
the
question about another commodity. How about plastics?
plastics 1 and 2. We have a market for. There's a market for the 4, 5, and 6s, but it's not feasible.
As a service arrangement for the citizens of the city of Tahlequah, would you accept material that's collected at the city of Tahlequah's recycling drop-off for the plastics that you are marketing?
In 1 and 2,
Yep. We collected.
do I need to pick it? Are we talking me pick it up?
I think we can bring to you.
Well, our facility is north of town, about
Yeah,
16
back
miles.
to More shop, so.
No, the facility we're sorting in is 16 miles
Oh,
north.
16 miles north.
Is that, I mean, I don't have a problem accepting it. Are we talking for me to haul it, or that's,
Well,
we
they're
work
probably have to, if we haul up there, they're going to have to look at, make sure it meets their specs. It's not
Yeah.
always clean, it's not always has all the labels and stuff off of it.
the labels doesn't matter.
Okay.
Even the bottle caps, we prefer them to be off,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be off 100%.
But you're
Yeah,
mainly,
but-
you know, 1 and 2, you're talking like your water bottles.
Water bottles.
And also your laundry detergent.
Laundry
bottles.
detergent, yes, all that
That's
kind of
1 and
stuff.
2
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I guess the question from my perspective is one of how can we extend this convenience to people in Tahlequah who want to use the city's drop-off recycling facility. But currently, we do not have a dedicated baler to be able to densify plastics enough that we can put them into market. If you all
Then
get
answer to your
that-
question is yes,
Okay.
we'll accept it.
I think we will worry about details later on, and Dale, and we'll call you, but we'll anticipate kind of incorporating plastics into the recycling facility, and Mitchell will sit down and talk about logistics and figure out how we can get that done, and we have to meet somewhere in between. We'll help make it happen.
Appreciate that. And like I said, we'd really like to try the same day, and if it's really a problem.
Well, we don't know till we try
Yeah,
it,
we'll
so.
we'll do something.
Okay. That would work well. Council, any questions of Mr. Hutchins about the proposal? And yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is John David Cottrell, and I represent Sustainable Tahlequah.
Sustainable, if you, Mr., what was the name again?
John David Cottrell.
Cottrell, Mr. Cottrell. Thank you.
Thank you. I represent Sustainable Tahlequah, which
Yes,
is a chapter of the Oklahoma Sustainability Network. We applaud the effort of Dale to do this, and we want the council to give him a good chance to try it out, because we think it's wonderful. Bring Tahlequah up to a modern day standard on recycling.
Very good. Thank you for your
Thank you.
comments.
Thank you.
Okay. Council, any questions? Anybody else who has any other comments they'd like to make? My only, just as a reminder, council, the state law is interesting in the arena of solid waste management. The city governments, city and town governments are granted the, in essence,